Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for showing back up to my channel. I really appreciate it. So today, I just woke up and I'm going to wash my face with you guys. Hopefully it won't be too long of a video. I literally just woke up. I put my hair back. I tied it back. I got my coffee. If you want to wash your face along with me, let's do this. Heck yeah. Alright. So there's a few things that I've changed to my skincare routine, and that's why I'm doing this again. I've added some new products. I've changed a little bit up, and there's also a couple of new products that I've been using. So let's just jump right into it. The cleanser is still the same cleanser I have been using. It's the Mary Kay Time Wise Age Minimized 3D 4-in-1 cleanser. This thing's amazing. It's a 4-in-1 cleanser, so it's really going to get into those pores and clean them out. So I'm just going to wash my face as I talk about these products. Hot water is cold. No water is cold. As you know, I do use this sonic brush. This thing oscillates at 200 times per second, so instead of spinning, it's actually the vibrations that get those nastiness deep out of your pores. So that's why I like to use that. You can use it twice a day, daily, morning and evening. So that's really cool that you're able to do that. So we're going to start off by rinsing our face. Now that this water has warmed up a little bit. Rinse your face, just wash your face, girl. So we're just going to start out with the cleanser. You only need a tiny bit because Mary Kay stuff, if used properly, it lasts about 6 months. So that's pretty cool. So this particular wash isn't known to lather a lot, so if you're really into the bubbles and stuff, then you might want to go to the other one in the Mary Kay line. But that's why I put it on my face first, because I really like the bubbles. That's just satisfying to me, so that's something that I need. Not for everyone though. So the great thing about this brush is that it's got a 1-minute timer, so you don't overwash your face. They typically say 15 seconds on each cheek, 15 seconds on the forehead, 15 on the nose and mouth area, as well as your neck. I think that's the math. Do the math, guys. You split it up evenly into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts. I sometimes go a little bit over. You heard it turn off. I sometimes wash more than a minute because, like, I wore makeup yesterday, and I don't know, I really just love the vibrations of the brush. It feels good on your face. Don't forget to get that neck, guys. Don't forget to wash your neck, because you're going to also be experiencing signs of aging there, and that's probably where they will show up first. So that's why it's important to wash your neck. Now I'm just going to rinse it off. One thing I'm going to do today, I didn't dry off my face, I left it wet. I'm going to be using the Microdermabrasion set. So this is the refine part of the set. It's a very fine exfoliant. So if you were to go to the store, and you really only need a tiny little bit. If you were to go to the store and get an exfoliant, you'll get something with around 200 to 400 grit. Mary Kay's is a salon grade, and so it's 500 to 1,000 grit, so it really gets deep into those pores. Another cool thing is that when you go to the salon to get a microdermabrasion, anybody who's ever done that, it can cost you upwards of like $200 for one treatment. One treatment, guys. And this bottle here, I've been with Mary Kay a year. Yeah, I just passed my 1-year anniversary, okay? Just passed my 1-year anniversary. It's in April. It's April now, guys. I didn't have to replace it until just recently. It lasted me almost a year. Because when you're using it properly and you only use that tiny little bit goes a long way. And you're using it properly only 1 to 2 times a week, it's going to last you a while. Unless you have a Chad using it, then I have a Chad that uses mine sometimes. So, but it definitely helped it go down some. But even still, I used it all over my body. I get acne here on my shoulders. I got it like on my back, and I used it, and it really, really helped. If it's starting to like dry out, I guess you can always add more water, because a lot of the times it starts to get like really abrasive, and people are like, it's really like pulling my skin and it's hurting. Just add a little extra water. Like, that's all that it is. It's that simple of a fix. Feels so good, and it's fragrance free too, so you're not gonna really smell anything. Alright, now that I exfoliated my skin, and you want to be sure to use your fingers for this, guys. You want to be sure that this part you use your fingers for, because you're exfoliating. You don't want to damage the skin and use the brush, okay? Now that we just opened up all of those pores, like they are wide open, guys. They're wide open right now. You always want to be sure that you go back and you moisturize and you add those vitamins and minerals back in, because if you don't, then your skin's going to tighten up, it's going to crack, it's going to peel, and it's going to overproduce those oils that you're trying to get rid of. So it's very important to moisturize after. That's a skip I was stepping for years until I joined Mary Kay. So, to add those vitamins and minerals back, what I'm going to do, it's part of the Microdermabrasion set. So the Refine, the exfoliant you saw earlier, it comes with this pore minimizer serum, and they work great together. So it really helps to seal off those pores right after you opened them all up with the exfoliant. So that's really cool. I haven't had any of this in a while, so I'm just getting back into it. This is actually the first time that I'm using it in a few months. I ran out of it first, and I wanted to use up my exfoliant, but it took a year to do that. So I was like, let's try some more products while I was in the midst of doing that. But this stuff works really good. It seals off the pores right after you open them up, right after you exfoliate and clean them. I like to use it on a daily. So this one I will use every day, which is the serum part. This one I only use twice a week, Wednesdays and weekends, okay? Wednesdays and weekends. Now, one of the things I've added to my nightly routine, even though it's in the morning, I'm still going to mention it, is this Clinical Solutions Retinol, okay? This is what I've added to my nighttime routine twice a week, okay? Twice a week. Now, this is a retinol product, and I have something on my eyelid. Why didn't you guys tell me? This is a retinol product, so they say that you're supposed to stay out of the sun and use lots of SPF when you use it, because it does attract more of the sun. It can be damaging to the skin. You have to take extra care of it. They say not to get onto a retinol product unless you're already on a strict skincare line. But I add this twice a week to my skincare, and it's supposed to help with like the wrinkles and the fine lines and aging. However, I did notice right off the bat that it helped with my acne, scarring, and stuff. I'm very red. Complexion's very red all around, and it totally evened out the entire skin tone and healed those scars as well. So I could typically I would use this mask, which is an acid peel mask, but I haven't been able to use this much. Like, I haven't needed to use this much because this is really working. It's doing the job that this does. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. My brush, I put it back and it's going off in the bag over there. So we're just going to finish off here. We're going to finish off with a moisturizer. I'm using the Naturally oil. So this one is European certified. And so what that means is that in the US, there's no regulations on whether or not you wanted to slap 100% natural on everything you own. but in Europe they don't do that. They actually have very, very, very strict regulations, and so that's what this goes by, because I was noticing when I was using my general moisturizer that goes with the Time Wise set, it had SPF in it, and while I was using the retinol, it was bothering me. That was just my skin though, because I'm allergic to SPF, so I have to be careful of what I put on my skin. So I switched over to this and noticed a difference right away, even though I was in the retinization process. They say that that retinol that I was just talking about is a 12-week introduction process to your skin so you don't mess it up. And so while I was in the middle of that, I changed over to this moisturizer, which was really cool to see the way that it really moisturized, whereas the other one had the SPF, and it was not working for me. Okay, for me. Everyone's skin type is different though. It's not like a one size fits all skin type. Everyone's different. Some people have acne, some people have dry skin, some people have oily skin. For me, I'm oily. But I put a couple drops on my fingers and you just rub it in. Make sure you go in upward motions so that you're not pulling the skin. Pretty amazing. It smells so good. And so instead of wiping this off, what I love about the fact that it's natural is that I put it everywhere else. I put it everywhere else on my body, and I try and use it all up, because why not? It's like a naturally nourishing oil. That's what it's called. It's a naturally nourishing oil, and it goes with the natural line for the skincare sets. It's pretty cool. And so one of the things I really like to use this for is after shaving. So I'll use this exfoliant. Okay, and I use these products kind of together. I'll use this exfoliant on the areas I want to shave to remove all of the dead skin, like on my legs and stuff, so I'll prep them with this. Again, you only need a tiny bit. If it's good enough for your face, why is it not good enough for your legs? So I only use a tiny bit of this to prep the legs before shaving, and then afterwards, I use a few drops of this natural oil, and it moisturizes them back, because I don't know about you guys, but after I'm done shaving, my legs always get really dry, like ashy, and they get itchy too. But I use this right after I shave, like after the shower. Like, don't even get dressed, guys. Put this on your legs, because it adds that moisture back into them after you've taken off the top layer of skin, whether it be live skin or dead skin. It just adds that moisture back in. I super love that stuff. I use it on sunburns too. That's got to be my favorite product of all of Mary Kay. So that's pretty cool. Get your coffee in, guys. Can't believe I'm this perky in the morning and I'm not even halfway done with that cup. So the last and final step of my skincare routine is my eye cream. Now, I was out of this for a couple of weeks because I didn't make an order. I was like, snap, I'm out of it. I gotta wait a couple weeks. But you know what? I finally got it in. I finally got my order delivered, and I got a little bit of oil on the cap here. I finally got my order delivered. I'm excited. I got my eye cream in it. I can start using it again. So it's gonna help with the fine lines, the wrinkles, and the puffiness. There is other stuff that I use in addition to this, but this is just what I use in my morning skincare routine. I put it on my ring finger, okay? My ring finger, and I only put it on the one because I transfer it over to both, okay? And the reason we use our ring finger is because it's the most delicate, because we are going to be around very fatigue and sensitive skin. Now you put it on down here, okay? If anyone's ever applied eye cream up here, is like very wrong. It could go into your eyes and then it starts burning and itching, and you're like, well, I must be allergic to eye cream. No, that's not the case. Your skin underneath your eyes is like tissue paper, and the skin on the rest of your face is like regular paper. So the tissue paper really absorbs what you put on your face and goes up. So it's gonna absorb up and really work its magic that way. So I put it on both my ring fingers, and you just want to pat it in, because you don't want to pull the skin. You don't want to cause that premature aging, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that, guys. So just pat it in. And so I love this eye cream because it's very light. I've tried the firming eye cream before, and I really love that too. It's a little bit more of a heavy version of this. Like, it's a firming eye cream. It helps with a little bit more advanced signs of the aging and stuff. But this one's very light, and that's all that I need. So it works for me. Well, alright guys, thank you so much for joining in on my morning skincare routine. I hope you enjoyed the changes. I hope you learned something. If you ever have any questions, let me know. If you ever want to hop on a quick Zoom call too, I love doing morning Zoom calls and just doing a wash your face, get ready with me in the morning, or even sometimes in the night. That's a lot of fun. So yeah, just let me know. thanks for showing up. I would not be where I am today without you guys, and just have a wonderful day.